Bless up, you guys. Here at Darker Than Xander, this is your boy Memento Mori. We are back here with another one. Yes, I said another one. And guess what, guys? It's time for that Netflix and chill. But I have 6 feet between, social distancing. You better have Jesus up in between that too, you feel me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Alright, but today, on a real note, we have 4 pieces of Netflix news for you guys today, and it's pretty crazy because Netflix is not only getting into new partnerships with different companies and major companies in the anime industry, but we also have a piece of news centered around Yasuke. Yes, that's right, I said Yasuke, the one, the only, the black samurai that is very slept on in the history books and not even known about. We also have Assassin's Creed cinematic universe drastically expanding in both another live action take from Netflix and also an animated series. And we also have more news about Be the Beginning, the anime series, with a season 2 coming back in 2021. So we're gonna get right into that right after this intro. Alright, you guys, first piece of news up to bat is Netflix announces new partnerships with Nas, Cite, Mappa, and Studio Mir. Right here it says ID invaded, Japan Sings 2020, Yuri on Ice, and The Legend of Korra Studios enter partnerships. So if you guys haven't at least heard of one of those amazing series and or movies, then you've been living underneath a rock. If you don't know about the anime industry on this side to even know about The Legend of Korra, regardless, the flip-flop opinions that people have of it, comparing to the original Avatar, of course. ID Invaded was a very slept-on series. I want to say back in spring of 2020, or even fall of 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Japan Sings 2020 also hit Netflix and got a very wide audience and had a nice payload about that thing too. And also, of course, Yuri on Ice. But Netflix announces comprehensive business alliances with huge, now talking about huge anime studios, you feel me? Studio Mappa by itself, huge, monster in the business. Nas, who's done animes like ID Invaded and Infinite Dendrogram. Science Saru, who has produced wonderful animations just like Japan Sinks 2020 and Keep Your Hands Off Izioken. That was a little bit of a sleeper. But Mappa, Yuri on Ice, Jujutsu Kaisen, who's like all the rave right now and all the hype for this anime season, along with countless other things that Mappa produces. And Studio Mir, which is the main reason behind The Legend of Korra, and also Netflix's remake for Voltron, The Legendary Defender. That baby has about 8 different seasons. I want to say about 8 to 12 episodes a piece. Please go watch that sucker, because I didn't like Voltron from back in the day, but that remake was hitting. Like, it did something to me. It did something to me in my soul. I was just like, hey, look, can I get another 8 seasons? Like, but Studio Mir, but really, can I get another 8 seasons? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Netflix, get your people. But anyways, Netflix previously announced partnerships with production IG, it's a monster, and IG's sister company, Wit Studio, and Studio freaking Bones in 2018. Like, it wasn't even that long ago that they were already partnering with these giants, and they're just like, you know what? We need more anime. What we gonna do? All the dope anime studios that's in the business, y'all popping right now. You, Mappa, get over here. Science Saru, bring that here. You know what I'm saying? Like, Studio Mir, I'm looking at you too. Let's go. You had a pop hit? You had a hit single? Come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care. They've been dropping out anime nonstop. At first, it was a lot of like the CG anime that Netflix was doing. A lot of people didn't like that, like IGN and whatnot. I personally loved IGN because the story was dope. It did take a little bit to get used to like the animation style, but now that they're adding on these major productions, the animation is becoming a lot more beautiful. You can see, like, even like in Dragon's Dogma, it's not as choppy anymore, and countless other ones, to be honest. But they've dropped new anime recently, just like The Great Pretender was dropped, I want to say earlier this year. I want to say sometime summerish. And Great Pretender has already been announced for season 2. That's also coming out later this year, in the fall, before the end of 2020, if I'm not mistaken either. So they're making big waves with anime. Also Carol and Tuesday and Dragon Pilot, because they're getting every single major studio that can do something with them. And their collabs are just like out of this world for this year. They said 2020 not gonna stop us. Like, we got things to do. Just like we got things to do, and go on to the next one. LaShawn Thomas, speaking about Mappas, LaShawn Thomas, Mappa's Yasuke Anime revealed spring 2021 debut. I believe it's also going to be on Netflix, as it says here. Netflix revealed character designs and the spring 2021 debut for LaShawn Thomas, Mappa's Yasuke Anime. So just looking at this by itself, I know it's like not the final production, but this animation doesn't look pretty bad. Like these stills of it, of how Yasuke looks by himself, you see like the scars that he has, and that you guys will know from his backstory whenever the story is told. So I don't want to say like spoilers, but also like you could just go to the history book or anything, or just Google it and know who Yasuke is, along with Nobunaga Oda, or Oda Nobunaga if you guys are more in the West with the last name last, whatever. But just a quick thing, it says this is pretty much like the synopsis as Netflix describes the story. In a war-torn feudal Japan filled with mechs and magic, the greatest Ronin never known, Yasuke, struggles to maintain a peaceful existence after a past life of violence. But when a local villager becomes the center of social upheaval between warring daimyo, Yasuke must take up his sword and transport a mysterious child who is the target of dark forces and bloodthirsty warlords. The story of Yasuke, the first African samurai who actually served the legendary Oda Nobunaga, will be released to the world in 2021, of course. Yeah, story's protagonist is based on the historical figure Yasuke, a samurai of African origin who served under Oda Nobunaga. May have a little something about why not DNA. A lot of African Americans are drawn to anime or nerd type culture whenever they're younger, and obviously like me, it goes into adulthood. You feel me? But definitely check out Beyond the Bots video. They actually have like a really dope video. It's the connection between African American culture and anime, or like rap and anime as well, and hip hop. I believe that is voiced and done by, I want to say his name is Yadante. My brother, I know I'm butchering your name, but I'm gonna throw your picture up on the screen, like right here somewhere, and then send a link in the video to you, to them for you down below in the comment section. Not the comment section. What is that called? My words. The description box below. Thank you. But going on with the next piece of news, we have, yes, Assassin's Creed. I am so, guys, I can't explain to you how happy that I am that Assassin's Creed is not dead. I know Assassin's Creed Valhalla is dropping next month. I want to say November like 15th or November 11th or something like that. But the game's up straight away, in my opinion. I've been a huge fan of the franchise for a long time, ever since the first one with Altair. As you can see on the picture, it's actually the first Assassin's Creed back in the 360 days. But man, like it went from like the whole stealth assassin thing to the MMORPG type element of like, you know, constantly getting new gear, and the whole fighting style is different. Some people love it, some people hate it. I can play it, but you know, the old stuff is the classics, you know what I'm saying? You can't beat it. But anyways, my rant aside, let's get up into this news. It says, entertainment news website Deadline reported on Tuesday that Netflix is looking to build an Assassin's Creed TV universe and is working to develop live-action, animated, and anime series based on Ubisoft's game franchise. I'm so happy. It's not only the live-action and animated series, but also just like an animated movie by itself, or either animated TV shows, which is separate from anime. So they have a huge lineup in store for Assassin's Creed. This series is definitely not dead. Not just the video games, you know, annually or biannually or whatever, but we're getting another take. Basically, if you guys remember the live-action Assassin's Creed movie, which a lot of us don't talk about for a good reason, even though Michael Fassbender was the GOAT in that movie and was literally carrying that movie by his acting skills. If you don't know who he is, he also played in X-Men as Magneto. So yeah, like Assassin's Creed is being hopefully successfully revived, and hopefully we don't have to wait long for it. like I said, live action, animated, and anime series for that Ubisoft has planned. And this was basically Ubisoft's like golden goose right here for a long time. Like Assassin's Creed was giving them money year in and year out. You feel me? Like there was just no denying that. No matter if you love the games or not, whether the writing for the storyline went bad or not, whatever, you cannot deny the money that Assassin's Creed has made Ubisoft by itself. Of course, right here, just kind of explains some of the Assassin's Creed's lore, going all the way up to like Black Flag in 2017. But it says Shinarka's Castelvania animated series, based on the classic Konami game series, has been featured for 3 seasons, with a 4th season in the works. So that by itself is confirmation for Castelvania to have a season 4. And from what it sounds like that same person, Shinarka, if I'm pronouncing his name right, is also going to be in charge of the Assassin's Creed projects. Now, if you guys have never seen Castlevania, be careful. It is kind of like that rated R, whatever the TV rating is for it, but it's a bloody good series. I almost said someone else for a second, but it's a real good series. You feel me? Like it's very beautifully animated. There is a lot of gore in it. If you don't know what the Castlevania video games have been about, the anime series is a very good place to jump in and just explore it for sure. Like, no regrets watching that anime. I've definitely rewatched it because it's very short episodes. I think one season is like only 4 or 5 episodes. I think the first season is only 5 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't want to keep this video on for too much longer. So last but not least is anime series that came back that premiered on Netflix. I want to say about like a year or 2 ago. I thought it was forgotten about, to be honest. So I'm really surprised that this is getting a season 2. But Be the Beginning, the animated series, is getting a season 2. And the staff does like a whole bunch of unveiling about it. But it says Netflix unveiled on Monday the title, staff, visuals, and 2021 debut for the 2nd season of Be the Beginning anime. The 2nd season will be titled Be the Beginning Succession, which is really cool because season 1 did in fact end on a cliffhanger. It's been a hot little minute since I did see Be the Beginning, but I do remember it being very dark and very gritty, almost akin to Psycho Pass type era, along with like another like murder mystery, but it did like something very unique in its own way when it kept the supernatural element of the protagonist. The protagonist, I believe, had 1 wing, if I'm not mistaken, and like the experiments that was done on him and everything else, and like the other kids. But in this one, he has 2 wings, and he still has that crazy eye. So I'm very curious about what this is gonna continue with him. I'm definitely gonna have to go rewatch the first anime because I don't remember all too much about it. But this series was headed by Production IG. So again, Production IG, with the Netflix affiliation, collaboration, Mappa also doing another one with the collaboration with Yasuke. Like they are very, you can tell that they are very intertwined with Netflix and trying to pump out the best content that they can to get more exposure to anime in the West for sure. But let's read here right quick. It says Kazuto Nakazawa, Kill Bill's animated segment, Moondrive, and Parasite Dolls, and Production IG are listed as the original creators. Itsuru Kawasaki, episode director for Be the Beginning, is directing the series, and Nakazawa is serving as supervising director. Nakazawa and Katsunari Ishida are in charge of series composition. Nakazawa, Akane Yano, and you saw there's Never a Girl Online. I'm sure that's another project. I've never heard of it before. And Hidoki Kusama, Grand Blue Dreaming.
Chaos Control!
What's up, people? This is my future self in post. Realized that during the editing that I kind of mistaken some things. So first and foremost, the Grand Blue that I'm talking about is not the Grand Blue Fantasy, the animation, or the games. So there's no correlation between that and the Grand Blue from the manga that I'm talking about in this strip. Just wanted to clarify that and clear that up. But yeah, the power of chaos control, the future me is here. So, but this is basically the end of the video. So while I have this time, I just kind of want to shout out a couple of things. not gonna keep you guys too quick, so I know this is a long video. Trust me, I've been editing it the entire time. But one, just want to give a shout out to my boy Rouge Sniper. You're gonna see his information for his Twitch somewhere down below on the screen, where my future self will post edit and put his icon and his stream down there, and the Twitch will also be down in the description box below. So please go check them out if you guys want to get into a gaming channel that is very professional looking, very high intensity, high stakes, all that good stuff. This man is a sniper like none other back in the Halo days too. So definitely go check out my boy Rouge Sniper. Description down below in the description box. And also I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to do a couple of different shout outs periodically throughout my videos from now on. Rouge Sniper will be one of those. So definitely please go check out his streaming service. I may get another artist that has like her own Twitch and does kind of like gaming and like her live art things too. If you guys are interested in that, let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, this has basically been the end of the video. If you guys have stuck with me this long and you're actually watching this part of the video, I appreciate it. Thank you. If you guys don't mind, subscribe to the channel. You guys can see that we're having like a new little loadout on the screen here. We're trying new stuff on the channel, trying to get it to be more authentic and more professional looking instead of the scrubs like we are. So this has been your boy Momentum Mori here with Darker Than Xana. We love you guys. Bless up. Adios.